Good afternoon, Ian Brookfield here, leader of the council, and just to give you a very quick update on what has just occurred at the town's bid board, town's fund bid board. It's Friday afternoon. It's been a long week, and we've just done another couple of hours on that. So progress is made. Attendance was good, so we had all our MPs there. We had our youth MPs. We've got businesses from across the city. Myself, Steve Simpkins, cabinet member, and associate officers. So it was a pretty good attendance. We had a presentation at the start, which is highlighting things that are going well in the city. You know, over £4 billion worth of investments on the ground or incoming. And obviously this particular meeting is about a bid. Now, it's not a huge amount of money, £25 million off the government, considering what I've just said, £4.4 billion worth of investments. But it's all welcome. Anything that will help us in the upcoming months and years, because obviously we know what's likely to happen regarding jobs and employment. So anything is gratefully received. So we had Simon Parks and Marcadis, fantastic presentation. And then we're just putting in place how are we going to approach this bid. Now, there's 3 possible dates that the government has allowed us, tranche 1, 2 and 3. Obviously, the first tranche is the end of July. So that is, do we get our bid in before the end of July, or do we leave it later months, later on into the year? I think it was the overwhelming view of everybody in attendance that we should be in. We should get it in the first bid. It makes the job more difficult, of course. We've got to get the individual propositions together, costed, funded, and the reasons why. But I think it was important. Whilst absolutely sure that the government will continue this funding into tranche 2 and tranche 3. Listen, who knows? You're never quite sure. I'm sure they will, but perhaps it is better that we go for the first bid. So that was agreed. We've also agreed, we're having a few meetings this week to talk about individual crystallised issues. So what you haven't had so far off me or others, we've been setting up the processes, individual items that we'll be looking to put forward in that up to £25 million bid of government. So in the next couple of weeks, we'll certainly get that out online, because we actually want people to come back to us and say, what do you think? It's supposed to be a town bid. It's not for me and a couple of MPs and some business people from the city and our youth MPs to say, this is what you're having. We want people to come back to us and say, that's good, that's not so good. Listen, that's what it's about, and quite rightly it shows. I have to report that a decent piece of news. We've had confirmation this week that an extra £1 million has been given to us, and if we can put a shovel ready, that is a scheme that is ready to go virtually instantaneous. We can have an extra £1 million. And listen, gratefully received, absolutely gratefully received, and so we'll look to get that done as well. So there you go. Not a great deal to report. We're still doing the nuts and bolts of how we get there. There are a couple of meetings this week. Then the board will come together twice. They're coming together next Friday, I believe. And I'll probably do another video then, just to outline some of the actual individual ideas that they're talking about, whether it's in Wolverhampton, Wentfield, or Bilston. And all areas will no doubt be coming up with various bits. And then it's over to the government to look at, and it's over to you to say what you think. So thanks very much. Just a quick brief update, but I'll see you soon on this issue. Thank you.